Okay, 1999, good luck. Okay, let's play the normal Caro. 430 games for my opponent, so we're fairly similar there. Let's just take back. What do I want to do? Knight up, knight up. We're just going to develop and get castled. So I do have bishop up, queen down, queen up. Maybe go into an endgame, but I don't mind that necessarily. I think it's worth bringing the bishop up just so we're not stuck in the chain. Just hope I'm not forgetting my theory. If I forget my theory, it happens. So where do I want my bishop to go? Yeah, I think I'm going to stick to the original plan. I don't think he'd do this and take, because that would be not very clever anywhere. So here, knight down. Maybe just rook across looks fine. Could I sack a pawn here? I'm wondering, something like that. No, I'm just going to go here, then rook across. Yeah, knight down, so rook across. So he has got knight in, of course, and he can win the bishop pair if he wants to. Otherwise, I'm just going to play a bishop up and castle, maybe bishop back, depends what he does. I say I can very easily forget my theory in any opening. It's only 10 minutes each. It sounds like a long time, it's not really a lot. Okay, he's played knight up. Okay, so I'm just going to develop, so we've got the option to castle. If knight across, then obviously I'll have to drop back, but I'm kind of planning on going back there anyway. But he's played bishop in, so we can't actually take, of course, because he gets a check. So do we castle now? Do we take... Do we play a move like knight up and hit the bishop? Do we just castle? If we castle, if he takes, I can take back, knight in seems fine. So castling, if he doesn't take, knight down, I just take. Yeah, I think I'm fine to castle. I might be, again, making a blunder. I've had a slight break from the rapid game, so I might be out of sync with the speed and the quality of play if we are with that. Okay, so what do we want to do now? Do we want to chase that knight? I'm looking at just rook across. These pawns could become a slight problem, couldn't they? But what else do we have? Knight back feels natural. I'm not sure I want to trade here. I think I want the bishop back. I'm going to drop the bishop back and try and deal with this bishop. Okay, now I do have the option to go with the knight, but I've got the option to bring a pawn across. And that feels okay to me. I'm going to bring a pawn in towards the centre. But this structure is obviously better for white, so can we do anything about it? Knight up is natural, but there's no easy way in. Maybe rook across first. Okay, so here he's just going to do this, so I'm just going to play rook across, hope I'm not blundering something. The idea is just to give me the option to come across this way. If he deals with it, he deals with it. Maybe we've got the knight to come this way as well. So potential options. Okay, so he's played knight forward. So I think I should probably move this knight out the way, otherwise there might be some sort of trick at some point. I don't think there is right now, but there might be. If I go here, I don't see what I'm actually getting. This knight feels a bit worse placed to me. So up could be inviting a push, but it feels alright. I want to come here to chase this knight away and see where he's going to go. Well, he has done that and come forward. Okay, we'll try and chase this knight. If he goes back there, I think I've got rook across. Oh, see if he trades. He trades. He can easily just play a3 anytime he wants. So he's played the knight across. So do I go forward and threaten to trap his rook? I'm going here just because it's possible to make some sort of mistake. We're getting active. We're causing his pawn to jump around. Oh, has he actually allowed just a trap on his rook? I didn't think I was actually going to get it. I think he has. It's not necessarily winning because the knight could prove to be trickier than a rook given the pawn structure, but he's got his rook trapped. But of course, as soon as you do a3, it's very difficult to get my rooks active. I'll have to chuck the pawn in maybe a second. Oh, he's just resigned. I bet you the eval, we'll have a look and see what it says. He's just resigned, but I bet you white is still basically level, if not better. Let's just see, though. The engine might say, well, in engine speak, we might be just winning, but I doubt it. Let's put it through and see what it says. Only 22 moves. Just one of them very simple mistakes, but I have a feeling white's still very much in the game there. Because it's not easy to see how to use the rooks to crack the pawn structure. Yeah, still about level. We've got 1.2 better. 1.2 better, so he could just play on. So what have we done? Oh, we've played it pretty well, both of us then. 95% versus 88% accuracy. Center pawn lost 13 versus 19. My average is 32. So it's actually just a good game from both of us. It's just essentially flatline throughout. White slightly better out the opening, but it's, you know, plus 0.2, so it's basically level. So I've actually played it pretty well. And then he's just resigned when he's still basically in the game. So we get a bit fortunate with that one then.